Hello everyone, welcome to NumPy course. So in a previous session, we learned about the theoretical way to create an array using our numerical range method. So let's move to Jupyter Notebook. Here will be try to create all those methods to create an array. Let's start with importing. Import NumPy as NP, and then we are moving to just create a variable or using a arrange method. So we'll use arrange method. I just put a comment or just move to the variable name var equals to np dot arrange method, arrange. Now in the particular arrange, it's you can give the values, how many values you want to arrange it. Now print var. Now you can observe that by default, as I told you, whenever we use a arrange, it start from your start stop, then you have to take the values d type. So I'm not giving any d types here, I'm just going directly to there. So by default it will be start from 0 and stop the till last till 20 to before 1 because I need a 20 values, so till 0 to 9. Let's see one more example for this. Suppose we'll go with var1 equals to np dot arrange. Here we'll give start from 1 and it will be stopped till 10, and then just print the var1. You can observe it start from 0 because you give the start value. When you have ever you are not giving a start value, then it will take by default value from 0. Let's move to the another example where we'll use the d type, like you can use integer, the complex values. Let's see that example. So move to var2. Still we are in the first method, np dot arrange ge. Here we are giving a value, start value till last value, which you want to give the last, and then I'm giving the range because when the parameters, the range, and then the type. So I'll get the complex. So we'll use complex type. Now print var2. Yeah, you can observe that start from 1. Once we give the range, means after 2 it will become, so 1, then 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 till 19 because we give this ending point 20. So this is how. Let's move to the next method, that is your linspace. So just create a variable first. So var3 equals to and np dot your linspace space, and then we are continue with the values. You have to go with the parameter. So here I'm using a 3 parameter, start and num. So start I'll start with the 10, I'll bind up with your 50, and the num value suppose I'm giving with a 4. So now just print this, print var3. You can observe that it gives the values because we use a 4. So 10, then 23, then it's give the 4 values inside 10 to 50. That will be the random values. So we'll see one more example like this. var4 equals to np dot linspace. Inside that we are giving values. Suppose start from 1, end up with 10, and then we are giving num value 5, and print your var4. Yeah, so you can observe that how bits give the values till that 5 values. Let's move to the next one method, that is your log space, where we have a different parameters like start, stop, num, in point, base, and d type. Mean that equals base for the log space. So let's move to that. So we'll just take a variable name equals to np dot log space space. Inside that we are giving the values with the endpoints. So we'll start with the values that end then num equals to, suppose I'm giving 4, and then endpoint equals to true. So we give the parameter in this. Now let's print it. Print var 5. Yeah, so the array will be in this position because we give the value start from 1 to 10 to 30, but num will give the 4, and because 4 values I wanted to 4, endpoint will be true. So this is how the by default value will be generated with the e plus, because there is lots of value inside that. Now let's use a base to check that how we have to use a base parameter inside a log space. So let's move to the another variable 6 equals to np dot log space. Inside that we are giving the first value, then the last value, like ending value. Now move to num equals to, suppose now I'm giving 5 or 6, comes to your endpoint, or first we have to give the base because we are using a logarithm. So log space means logarithm values in a mathematical way. Base, suppose I give a base called 2, comma, at last endpoint equals to true. So parameters and the setup was done. Now we just print that particular variable, print var 6. Just run this. Yeah, you can observe that we use a base 2, so it will be moving towards to the base 2. So this is how we have to use to create an array using a numerical methods.